Hi, Jennifer Sienes here with my sweet daughter Nikki, and we are talking about traumatic brain injury. And I want to point out, as my husband reminded me, traumatic brain injury is kind of a big buzzword or buzz diagnosis these days with all the people coming back from the military that have traumatic brain injury. Nicole pointed out football players are coming out with that.
Huge issue with football.
Interestingly, I wrote this book years and years ago before traumatic brain injury was becoming a big deal. So I was ahead of my time. However, it didn't get published at that time. So I wanted to ask Nikki today about, what blessings, I mean, you've gone through this. We talked about how hard school was for you, how your memory is challenged still to this day.
Oh, yeah.
One thing that's also a challenge that I notice maybe more than you do because you've gotten used to it is a lot of stimulation, a lot of noise.
Too much stimulation, it will wear me out, and I don't always realize it right away, but yeah, I get tired all of a sudden. Sometimes I think it over, I'm like, oh, I did a lot today, so.
Yeah, a lot of stimulation. Yeah, for us, we can have a radio going and multitask, but for somebody with a traumatic brain injury, even years later, too much background noise is actually affecting the brain.
Well, and sometimes when I'm tired, like normally I can handle the sounds of radios and just your normal noises that go on, but if I'm tired, they get so much more irritating because it sounds so much louder and worse.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask Nikki today, what blessings have you found from the traumatic brain injury? Is it something, I'll put this all out here and then let you talk. Is it something, if you could go back and do it over again, not that you could have changed it, but is it something that you wish that had never happened to you, and what blessings have you found from this?
It's been frustrating, very frustrating. And every once in a while, I'll lose my temper and I'll go off on a rant about it because, it can be very challenging. But it brought me a new perspective. I can see things from a position I wasn't in before. I didn't understand. I mean, I empathize with these people, but I didn't really have a full understanding of what other disabled people were going through, many disabilities. And I honestly, I don't think I would give it up. I learned, through observations since the injury, that people learn things at different rates. People learn things in different manners. Talking to someone one way may work for one person, but the other person might need a different method to learn. And I feel like I've just learned so much and understand so much better that as frustrating and irritating as it can be from time to time, I wouldn't give it up.
Do you feel like it was a kind of like God had that planned out for a purpose for you, or do you think it's just happenstance that it happened?
Oh, I feel God had it planned out for a reason. I feel He was trying to get something across to me, and wanted to give me that chance. I know my parents and I weren't getting along too well at the time because I was about to turn 18 and I was going to move out, and I was trying to be my own person, and I love my parents, but I'm like, well, I'm an adult now, so why should I have to call you when I go out because I'm a grown up? Didn't really take into account the fact that they're worried. So yeah, we were having those challenges. I got in the accident, which kind of rebooted me. Yeah, honestly, I think He was just trying to reset things. So.
Okay, so thanks, Nikki. We'll talk more. I'd love to talk more about the relationship component, about our relationship, and because we were in a tough spot at that time. She was just struggling through those, that constraint of being under your parents' watchful eye when you think you don't need to, and that did cause some friction between us.
Oh yeah.
So I'd like to talk about that next time. Okay, well, hope you come back and hear the next time.